Prime Minister has announced the most drastic limits to our lives that the UK has ever seen in living memory.
Good evening. The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades, and this country is not alone. To put it simply, if too many people become seriously unwell at one time, the NHS will be unable to handle it. The time has now come for us all to do more. From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home. And therefore, I urge you, at this moment of national emergency, to stay at home, protect our NHS, and save lives. Thank you.
Next tonight, the government's confirmed it's giving Nottingham City Council nearly £8 million to demolish the Broadmarsh shopping centre. The centre's been half torn down in a renovation which was abandoned after the collapse of the operator into. But once the centre is knocked down, how should the site be used?
Broadmarsh shopping centre. Here you are seeing an artist's impression of what the final plans would have been. Opening date 1972, closing date July 2020. The shopping centre was built in the early 1970s in an area known as Broadmarsh that was historically boggy ground on the outskirts of the medieval town Nottingham. During preparation of the site, many caves and cellars dug into soft sandstone foundations of the city were rediscovered, both ancient and more recent. The caves were to be destroyed as part of the construction, but activism by residents and historians allowed the caves to be preserved. The caves were excavated by staff from Nottingham City Council's Museum Service and local history enthusiasts. Some were open to the public as part of the City of Caves Museum beneath the shopping centre and are protected as a scheduled monument. Construction company Sir Robert McAlpine Limited were given the contract to start work on the long-awaited redevelopment of the centre, with phased demolition of the Broadmarsh starting in October 2019. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, redevelopment work was halted in March 2020. Despite a relaxation of rules allowing construction projects to continue, contractors failed to return to the site in May 2020, with equipment and scaffolding being removed in June 2020. Work was halted in June 2020 owing to the owners into properties entering administration. By early July 2020, the part demolished shopping centre had closed and the site was handed back to the freeholder, Nottingham City Council. On 6th of August 2020, it was announced that the centre will be completely demolished at a cost of £8 million. A mixed-use future development is possible. As of October 2021, the site remained only partly demolished due to Nottingham City Council's bid to obtain extra government funding.